Today our topic is what the ancient Stoics can teach us about wealth. The ancient Stoics, like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, were philosophers who lived thousands of years ago, but their ideas about money, wealth, and happiness are still very useful today. They did not believe that money or material things could make a person truly happy. Instead, they thought that true wealth comes from inside us, from our character, our values, and how we live our lives. Let's explore what they can teach us about wealth, and how we can apply their wisdom to our modern lives. The Stoics believed that wealth is not about having a lot of money or possessions. They thought that real wealth is about having control over your own mind and emotions. Epictetus, who was born a slave, taught that we cannot control what happens to us in life, but we can control how we react to it. For example, if you lose your job or your money, it is not the loss itself that makes you suffer, but how you think about it. If you can stay calm and see the situation clearly, you will not be as unhappy. This is a powerful idea because it means that no matter what happens to you, you always have the power to choose how you respond. The Stoics also believed that we should not depend on material things for our happiness. Seneca, who was very rich, warned that wealth can be dangerous if we become too attached to it. He said that money is like a tool. It can be useful, but it should not control us. If we think that we need money or things to be happy, we will always be chasing after more and never feel satisfied. Instead, Seneca advised us to focus on what we already have and be grateful for it. He said that the key to happiness is not having more, but wanting less. This is a very important lesson, especially in today's world where we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us to buy more and more. The Stoics also taught us to be careful about how we use our wealth. Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor and one of the most powerful men in the world, wrote in his diary that he should not let his wealth change him. He believed that money and power are only valuable if they are used to help others and to do good in the world. He said that if we use our wealth selfishly, it will only bring us trouble and make us unhappy. This is a reminder that wealth is not just about what we have, but what we do with it. If we use our money to help others, it can bring us real joy and fulfillment. Another important Stoic idea is that we should not compare ourselves to others when it comes to wealth. Epictetus said that if you are always looking at what other people have, you will never be happy. He taught that everyone's life is different, and we should focus on our own path instead of trying to keep up with others. This is especially important today, when social media makes it easy to compare ourselves to others and feel like we are not good enough. The Stoics remind us that true wealth is not about having more than someone else, but about being content with what we have and living a good life according to our own values. The Stoics also believed that we should prepare for the possibility of losing our wealth. Seneca said that we should sometimes imagine what it would be like to lose everything we have. This might sound strange, but it is actually a very useful exercise. If we think about losing our money or possessions, we realize that we can still be happy even without them. This helps us to appreciate what we have and to be less afraid of losing it. It also reminds us that our true worth does not come from our wealth, but from who we are as people. Another lesson from the Stoics is that wealth can be a distraction from what really matters in life. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should not get too caught up in the pursuit of money and success. He said that life is short, and we should focus on the things that are truly important, like our relationships, our health, and our personal growth. This is a good reminder for us today, when it is easy to get so busy with work and making money that we forget to take care of ourselves and the people we love. The Stoics believed that the best way to live a good life is to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. When it comes to wealth, this means that we should not worry too much about how much money we have or what other people think of us. Instead, we should focus on being good people, helping others, and living according to our values. This is what the Stoics called virtue, and they believed that it is the only thing that can bring us true happiness. Finally, the Stoics teach us that wealth is not something to be feared or worshipped. It is simply a tool that we can use to live a good life. If we have money, we should use it wisely and not let it control us. If we don't have much money, we should not let it make us feel bad. The Stoics believe that no matter how much or how little we have, we can still live a happy and meaningful life if we focus on what really matters. In conclusion, the ancient Stoics have a lot to teach us about wealth. They remind us that true wealth is not about money or possessions, but about having control over our own minds and living according to our values. They teach us to be grateful for what we have, to use our wealth wisely, and to focus on the things that really matter in life. These lessons are just as important today as they were thousands of years ago. So, the next time you feel stressed about money or start comparing yourself to others, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Focus on what you can control. Be grateful for what you have, and use your wealth to make the world a better place. That is the true path to happiness and fulfillment.